Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of What's on the Wall. This should be episode number 4. I know it's been a while, but we're back. All right, let's get started right after this. Don't go anywhere. All right, folks, welcome back to What's on the Wall. My name is Joe. You're watching the Joe Wins Project TV. Thanks for tuning into this video. If you're new to this segment, what I like to do is showcase a few guitars here, swap them out every now and again, and maybe tell the story behind them. Not that they're extravagant stories, but still fun anyway. So let's get started with guitar number 1. Oh yeah, guitar number 1. This beautiful Jackson right here. It is a 2021. Just always loved these type of Jackson guitars. It's not a high tier Jackson, it's a mid tier. I did swap out the Floyd for the Godot 1996 and swapped out the Post as well. It did come with gold hardware already, but it had the Floyd Rose Special and it was just no good at all. So swapped out the trim for a new one, and it's good to go now. It's just got the your typical Jackson stock tuners on here. All right, the gold locking nut. I did put the stainless steel screws at the top just for that extra added stability with the tuning. Now these pickups, I swapped these out. Actually, the whole electronic system from Guitar Fetish. The only problem is this system was for 2 humbuggers and 1 single coil, because at the time, and I still don't think they have them available, they didn't have just for the 2 pickup system. So when I hooked them up, and you go to the very top location there, spot, it's just nothing. So everything else is fine, but when you pop it up in the first position, it activates the neck. So not sure what's going on there, but that's okay. It's no big deal. It does fine, you know. Whenever Guitar Fetish gets the proper electronics back in stock, I'll swap it out. But until then, it's fine. It's no big deal. Neck through, I like that right there. Springs I got from FE Tone. All right. Of course, no door on the back cavity. This strap is just your typical locking strap. You can find these all day long on Amazon. And you just put it on there and flip that over and it's good. I still got the stickers on the back where it was inspected. One thing I noticed about this guitar, and I don't know if it's going to come through on camera. I remember when I got this, it was in the wintertime. They say when you get it, let it sit in the box for 24 hours so it can acclimate. I want to say I did not do that with this, because right here, right in here, I know it's hard to see, ever so slightly, is a hairline crack in the finish. And it goes all the way right there. You see that barely right there? Yeah, you can see it there. And sure enough, when I noticed it, I thought it was a hair. I kept going, you know, brush it off. I was like, what is going on? And I looked, and I took my fingernail and I could feel it. And I was like, oh man, that's just a hairline crack. So, and when I got this guitar, it was the last one they had. So I don't know if they, you know, it was just luck of the draw or what. But anyway, you know, it's still a great playing guitar. That right there is not a big deal to me. Maybe to other people, but not to me. It's okay. So, all right. And it's 24 fret, in case you were wondering. I'm not a huge fan of 24 fret guitars, but it'll work. You'll notice I don't show too many Strats off here on this channel, but this here is a wonderful, wonderful Fender Strat. It's got that SRV feel to it, right? I can't remember the exact model of these Strats, but I remember it's got that button right there, and it's supposed to be like different tones on the pickup selector. So it has noiseless single coil pickups in it. Oh God, I've had this guitar for quite some time. I remember they had this finish and like one that was like faded into blue, like a bluish gray kind of deal. But I really like this because it reminded me of the SRV type. Man, I got this sucker and got locking tuners for it. And the original neck with this guitar, I got rid of it because it just, man, no matter what I did, it just felt cheap. It just, the original neck had to go. So I kept it for a while just in case when I ordered this neck from the Fender factory. And wow, what a difference it made just to upgrade the neck. It made all the difference in the world. Now this guitar plays amazing. So, and I even got the old SRV type strap. It's not as wide. I couldn't play those really wide SRV straps. I've had them and they're just too much against my neck, and I don't see how people play them, but it's just me. Guitar is great. I love this guitar. Now, if you look really close on the neck plate back there, you can see that's Hendrix there. I thought that was really cool. And on the back cavity door is also another picture of Hendrix. I thought that was pretty slick. So, but yeah, this Fender Strat is great. I don't play Strats a lot. Once in a while I will, you know. I just have to be in the mood. I love the pick guard, that, what do you call it? Tortoise shell. I love that color. Really looks cool. I did have an SRV model at one time, and I traded my son for a guitar he had, and then we traded again many years later. I got it back, and like a dummy, I sold it. I needed money, so I sold it for a hell of a deal. The guy got a great deal. But anyway, don't cry over spilt milk. This guitar is wonderful. Great guitar. I love this guitar. Oh, yeah. Guitar number 3. This is a Joe Satriani. Man, this is the what is this? Wow, this is the 20th anniversary, I believe, is what this is, and the Silver Surfer edition. And man, I've always wanted one of these guitars for a long time, and it wasn't until about 3 years ago I was finally able to do that. So it's all stock, man. I haven't done nothing to this guitar. I left it just as it is. I'll tell you how I found this guitar. It was online. It was some guitar shop out west that specialized in having, I guess, rare, guitars, rare instruments or whatever. And they just happened to have this, and it came with the original case, the original strap, which of course this is not the original strap. This is a Joe Satriani strap, but not the original. Again, it's got the locking mechanism there. Yeah, you can find these Satriani straps on Amazon. These run about 25 bucks. And you can get the plain ones like I showed you earlier for like, I don't know, 12 bucks, something like that. But I always wanted one of these guitars, man. I went on that site and I saw that they had it, had everything, all the original stuff. It had paperwork, which I still have that back there in the warehouse, and it plays great. When I opened the case, it had a set of gauge 10 Ernie balls, and it doesn't feel like 10s when I play it. Matter of fact, I did change the strings, and I put 9s on it. So I had to adjust it just a little bit because I don't play 10s. I have to play light gauge strings. It was a great deal on the guitar. It was for me, it was still expensive, and as far as my opinion goes, but it's well worth it, because if you try to look these things up now, I don't know what they go for now, but I tell you what, when I try to look them up, before I made my mind up on this one, before I pulled the trigger on this one, I saw others that listing had ended, and those things were going for almost $3 grand. Yeah, $2,800, $2,500 to $3 grand. And this one, it was close to that. But so that was the only one I could find at the time. I couldn't find any more, nowhere online, nothing. So I snagged it up, and it was one of those things where I said, dude, if you don't get it now, it's going to be gone. So I went ahead and got it, and I'm very, very happy that I was able to do that, because you don't get many chances in life to get things you want. Sometimes those chances come and sometimes they go, and you miss your opportunity. But luckily, I was able to grab that opportunity. All right. Okay, this guitar is very nice. It's a Sterling sub. This guitar's got a little weight to it. Made in Indonesia. This is a 2004. Not crazy about the pickups on here, and I'll tell you why that is. These pickups seem just a little on the weak side. Not really bad, but the reason I say that is I have another Sterling sub. I don't think I've showed it off yet on what's on the wall, and it's red, and it's got that red flame top. It's beautiful. And the red one I found online. They had it at Guitar Center too, but it was online. Anyway, that's for another show, another episode. You can find the red ones. The blue ones are almost impossible to find. The last time I looked, I don't know about within now, these recent times, but when I was in the market for it, I couldn't find it. You could find the Sterling subs with the non-floating trim, the non-locking trim. You can find those all day long, but why do you want a guitar with a whammy bar and it's not a locking system? Why would you want that? To me, that's just kind of backwards, right? So I kept looking and looking and looking, because at the time they only made the red and the blue for the Sterling sub for these kind of models here with the Floyds on them. And I swapped out the Sterling Floyd for the Goto. I still have it back there, but it just seemed that this was a little smoother. I like it, really nice. But like I said, at the time, the only colors they made, and it still might be that like that today, I don't know. The only colors that I saw were the blue and the red, and the blue was impossible to find. And so, but I got it now, so I have the pair, and it's really nice. I enjoy this guitar very much. It's nice. The Sterling sub, I would get these guitars, and they have the cheaper models with no Floyd at all, just like a regular standard kind of Fender type trim system. I used to get those a lot back in the day, and they had some great tops on them, and I always called it the poor man's Ernie Ball Music Man. That's what I always called it, because I couldn't afford an Ernie Ball Music Man. The Eddie Van Halen model, even now the Music Man Axis, I think, is pretty much the identical copy of what Eddie had out. A couple of exceptions included, maybe where the pickup selector switches and pickups maybe, but other than that, it's pretty much spot on, I believe. But back in my younger days, I would always get the cheap version, but these were really good for the money. They still are. For the money, they're really good. And you can always tell these types of guitars from the higher tier. And the one thing is the pickup selector switch. It's straight across at the bottom. It's not angled, and it doesn't have a three-way switch up top on the upper horn. That's how you know just by looking at it. If you're not familiar with it, that's how you know right off the bat kind of what tier it is as far as money goes. But that guitar cost me about, because you can't find them no more. Like I said, I haven't looked recently, but when I was looking at the time, it was about, it was close to $500. And so I went and got it, and I was very, very glad that I got that. Josie's on vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit lower. I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. I ain't got many friends left to talk to. Always around when I'm in trouble. You know I do anything for you. Stay the night to keep me undercover. I just wanna use your love tonight. Oh, I don't wanna lose your love tonight. So here you go, man. These guitars here are great, wonderful guitars. I really enjoy them very much. The Jackson, the Fender, I call it the SRV wannabe. The Joe Satriani 20th anniversary Silver Surfer, excellent guitar. And the Sterling sub, with the blue top, on there, very nice. Awesome guitars, man. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode of What's on the Wall. This will go in the What's on the Wall playlist. If you've never watched any of the other episodes, please feel free to go back and check those out, as well as other videos in the playlist. There's all kind of stuff there if you're interested. All kind of songs and skits and live shows and everything else. So don't forget to tune in to Talking Guitars and More. We do that every other Saturday. I didn't do one last Saturday because I just had stuff going on here at the house, and it just didn't line up. And then, of course, it's Saturday night tonight, and it's not a scheduled show. So hopefully next Saturday we'll be back on board with the panel. And until then, thank you for watching. We hope to see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.